にしてもまさか勝てるとは思わなかったわよね、あんた。
Well, hi guys, I'm Celestial Shadows, and welcome back to Princess Evangile. And we're finally on the final chapter of Ayaka's route, so hopefully I can finish it today. I never really expected us to win though, seriously. Yes.
私も正直意外でしたね。なんだかんだで2学期まではやばかったですし。
I've gotta say, it shocked me too. Things were looking pretty bad up until the second term.
これもマサヤくんのおかげかしらね。
I think we owe this to Masaya-kun, too. Why me?
もともと君が万世のに何をしに来たか思い出しなさいな。男子のサンプルでしょ？
You really don't remember why you came to Vincennes, do you? You're a sample of what boys are like, remember? That's true, but...
素敵な男子がやってきたのであればこそ、共学会の弾みもついたというものじゃない。
The fact that we had such an excellent boy gave the whole integration thing a real shot in the arm.
まあ、そういう冗談はともかくとして。
Well, all jokes aside.
あら、本気よ？
But I'm serious.
彩香様、世間ではそういうのをのろけと言うんですよ。
Ayaka-sama, most people would say you have a rather biased point of view.
そのつもりで言っているんだけどね。
But that's why I said it.
まあ、とにかく結局みんなも変化を受け入れてもいいという気持ちに次第になっていったんでしょうね。
Honestly. Well, anyway, I think that people just gradually became comfortable with the idea of change.
それでも迷っていた人が大多数だったけど、最後の後押しに彩香様がなってしまったか。
Even so, there were many people who were still undecided, and I suppose it was Ayaka-sama who gave them their final push.
そう考えると、やっぱり姉さんのお手柄ですね。
So, I think it's sister who deserved the credit.
何がお手柄よ。負けたのはこちらだというのに。
What do you mean credit? We just lost!
まあ、そうですけど。
Even so. Despite Mitsuki-san's rebukes, Mitsuko-chan looked very happy. I understood how she felt. Before, Ayaka-san was seen as an outcast by most of the school. Mitsuko-chan had always hated it. So this news must have made her very glad. Ayaka-san wasn't an outcast anymore at all. On the contrary, she was well respected, and I was proud of her as her boyfriend. But I'm really happy to know we'll have boys coming to the school next year.
来年度？
Next year? Well, it was kind of awkward being the only guy at an all-girls school, so...
いえ、それはわかるけど、来年度って？
No, I understand that, but next year? Huh? I blinked, completely unsure of what she was talking about.
もしかしてリセさん、言っていなかったの？
Rise-san, did you fail to tell him?
あら？
Oh? Rise-san tilted her head and looked around at the others questioningly.
言われてみれば、言った覚えがないわね。
Huh. Now that you mention it, I never did tell him. About what? I don't know what you're talking about.
マサヤさん、来年度から男子が入ってくるわけではないのよ。
Masaya-san? There probably won't be any boys next year. Huh? I stared in disbelief. I felt like my world had been turned upside down.
本当に知らなかったのね。
You really didn't know, did you? Yeah. That's seriously the first I've heard of it. I nodded quickly. Rise-san and the others smiled at me apologetically.
ごめんなさい。てっきり誰かが言っているものだとばかり思っていたから。
I'm so sorry. I just assumed someone else had told you.
私も。
Me too.
同じく。
So did I.
私もです。
And I.
私も。
Me too.
私もです。
As did I.
私 私もお姉様と同じです。
I am the same as Oni-sama. Why? What's going on?
だってほら、共学にするかどうかはつい一昨日決まったわけでしょ。
After all, we just made the decision to integrate yesterday.
新学期まであともう1ヶ月くらいだわ。そんな短期間のうちに運営方針を大転換させるのは物理的に不可能だから。
We only have 1 month until the new term begins. It would be physically impossible to overturn everything in such a short time. Yeah, that's true. If they wanted more boys to come, they needed to add bathrooms and such. There's no way they could get all that ready in just 1 month's time. So, when will the boys start coming?
再来年よ。だから私たちはもう卒業してしまっているわね。
The year after next. Of course, we'll have graduated by then. I see. The minute I heard the word graduated, the question of whether there would be boys or not became the last thing on my mind. Ayaka-san noticed my eyes on her and smiled cheerfully.
よかったじゃない、まさやくん。来年も両手に余るくらい花がたくさんよ。
Don't worry, Masai-kun. Next year, you'll have all the flowers you can pick. Hey now. Now that Ayaka-san had patched things up with her mother, I had become really conscious of her looming graduation next month. I'd be saying goodbye to her. I could still see her anytime I wanted to. It's not like we were saying goodbye for good. I'll be lonely without her. But that's still how I felt. The meeting broke up. Since Ayaka-san and I didn't have clubs, we returned to the dorm together.
ねえ、今日は今からまさやくんの部屋に遊びに行ってもいい？
Hey, can I come by your room today? Oh, sure. My voice squeaked a little, unintentionally. We spent so much time worrying about our mother. The mood had never been quite right for that.
昨日は家族水入らずということで、まさやくんのことはほったらかしにしちゃったでしょ？
Yesterday was family time, so I really feel like I neglected you.
だから今日はずっと一緒にいたいな。
That's why I want to spend all day with you today. Yeah.
何を緊張しているのかしら？
What are you so nervous about? It's been so long.
何が久しぶりなのよ。
Been so long since what? You know what I'm talking about. Ayaka-san patted my shoulder happily.
それにしても昨日は驚いたわ。まさかあのお母さんがうんと言うとは思わなかったから。
I was so surprised about yesterday though. I never thought I'd get Mom to agree to it. Now that the estrangement was behind them, Ayaka-san no longer referred to her mother so formally. Agree to what?
だから学校を抜け出してパッパトーレ付きの石で食事をすることよ。
You know, to leave school and have a meal at Papatoy Rock. That's not that serious.
まあそう思うでしょうけど、でもこれまでのことを考えてごらんなさいな。歩く高速とはあのことだったわよ。
Maybe it's not, but think about what she's been like all this time. Can you imagine her breaking the rules like that? Well, that is true.
それが昨日はうるさいことなんて一言もなくてずっと楽しそうで。
But yesterday, she didn't say a word about it. She really seemed to have fun.
ほんとあんなところ初めて見たから。
I really have never seen her like that before. An almost nostalgic smile appeared on the Ayaka-san's face as she recalled the events of yesterday.
お母さんもつきものが落ちたように変わってくれたんでしょうね。
It's like she's taken the demon off her back. She really has changed. Yeah.
私も変わったし学園も変わる。
I've changed too. And so has the school.
君はほんとバンセンヌや私たちのメシアね。
You really are Vince's. You really are Vince's and our Messiah. This might be the shortest ending ever. First part was only 10 minutes. Oh well. After class, Ayaka-san and I spent the whole day together until the sun went down. Until our stomachs growled. When we skipped lunch, of course, so my stomach let out a growl. In a month, I'll be saying goodbye to Vincine's meals too. It's a mysterious feeling. The people of the lower world eat out all the time, don't they? Well, yeah, I guess. I almost never eat out. Everything about me has been fostered by Vincine's. Ayaka-san, can I break the rule with you? The rule you set earlier? Not talking about your graduation. She had set the subject off limits before. I really feel sad. I've been trying not to think about it, but... It's time for a shocking truth. I don't have enough credits to graduate. That's not funny. Sorry. Well, you know, I'm sad about it too. Ayaka-san put a hand on my back and looked up at the ceiling. It's possible that it'll be harder for me to see you after this. But that's not everything. I mean, it's been over 10 years. Ayaka-san remained silent for a few minutes, as if to allow the weight of it to sink in. I've lived here since primary school. Primary course. Whatever I have to say about them, I've lived under the same roof with these people for over 10 years. I think that's a pretty amazing thing. Yeah. The students of Vincine's call each other famille, you know? I nodded. Famille means family in English, and that's really what we're like. Of course, it's because of that relationship that Mom had to suffer so much. But after we graduate, even if we don't necessarily go our separate ways, we'll never be able to live together like this again. It really is a strange feeling. I can't even imagine what it will be like. Will you live with your real family after you graduate? Yeah, there's no reason for me to live alone anymore. Apparently she'd intended to move out if things with her mother hadn't improved. Well, our house is close by. I joked about it before, but I really will stop by a lot. Yeah, even so, the truth was we would never share a school life together again. Our connection as individuals wouldn't change after graduation, but we can never get back what was past. Don't cry. Huh? Ayaka-san wiped at the corners of my eyes. It was only then that I realized that I was crying. I pressed the back of her hand to my cheek. I turned my eyes downward. Breathy sobs escaped my lips.
日曜、みんなで食事をした時にね、お母さんが言っていたの。
When we had lunch together on Sunday, Mom said something.
番宣の女子大に進んで、顔ぶれはほとんど変わらないのに、それでも学園の空気が再現されることは決してなかったって。
When she moved on to Vincennes Women's University, she was seeing all the same people, but they couldn't recreate that school atmosphere.
最初はお母さんもそれを寂しく思ったそうだわ。でもさ、
At first, she found it sad, too, but
変わらなければいいというものでもないということを私たちは知ったものね。
I think we've realized that's not something that should change, right? Yeah.
ただ一つ変わらないでいてほしいのは
There's only one thing I want to never change. Ayaka-san placed her hand on mine. My tears fell into that hand.
この気持ち。まさやくん、愛してるわよ。
This feeling. Masai-kun, I love you. Yeah, me too.
ダメ、ちゃんと言って。
No, you have to say it properly.
前にも言ったでしょ。私、独占欲が強いのよ。ちゃんと言葉で言ってくれなくちゃ。
I told you before, I'm very greedy. I need you to say the words properly. I nodded and took in a deep breath. At last, my tears stopped. I wiped off the last traces from my face and turned back to Ayaka-san. I love you. And to graduation day. Of course, it's in the gym. Risi-san stood at the podium. Naturally, it was her responsibility to serve as representative of the lower classes and breathe the farewell address to the graduating students. On this fine day, as the sakura petals begin to fall, I say to our graduating big sisters, congratulations! I look back on all the ways you have taught and guided us, both in school and in the dorms. You have truly been like sisters to us. Mirka-san gave the response. The headmistress and chairwoman read the closing speeches, and the graduation ceremony ended. With their diplomas in hand, the graduating students left the stage. There wasn't a dry eye among them. I heard the sound of wailing here and there in the hall, too. They were going to have a retrospective party in a hotel near the station. The things had already been sent home from the dorms, and now all that was left were the final goodbyes.
出る前に学校の中を一通り見ておこうと思うの。まさやくんも付き合って。
I think I'd like to take one last walk around the school before I leave. Masai-kun, will you come with me? Sure.
それにしても卒業式って肩が凝るわよね。
That graduation ceremony sure was stiff, though. You really are laid back, Ayaka-san.
まあね。まあもともとそういうタイプなのよ、私は。君は目が赤いのね。
I guess I am. Well, I've always been that type. Your eyes are red, by the way. I guess so.
まあもちろん私だって感慨深いものがあったわよ。あの日も言ったように寂しいのも本当。
Well, you know I can be sentimental in my own way too. I meant it when I said how sad this was for me. Apparently Ayaka-san wasn't the only one who didn't want to leave right away. I saw a few other groups wandering around.
でも私は前はこんな学校早く卒業したいって思っていたのよね。
But it used to be that I couldn't wait to graduate, you know?
今では自分でも信じられない。これもみんなマサヤくんのおかげね。
I can't believe it either. I owe it all to you, Masai-kun. Don't say that.
そんなことあるのよ。マサヤくんが来てくれてこの1年間私は本当に楽しかったんだから。
But it's true. This past year spent with you has been so much fun.
本当にそれまでとは比較にもならないくらい充実した毎日だったんだから。
I mean it. My days have felt so full. Past years can't even compare.
あの夜マサヤくん泣いてくれたでしょ。
That night, you cried, didn't you? Yeah.
私さ、卒業式で自分のために泣いてくれる人がいるなんてことも思ってもいなかったんだよ。
I never thought there'd be anyone who cried for me on my graduation day.
あの時、私の手の甲に落ちてきたぬくもり、きっと一生忘れられないだろうな。
I remember those warm drops on the back of my hand.
とうとうこの建物ともお別れか。
I guess it's time to say goodbye to this building.
もう部屋の整理が大変だったわよ。律子に手伝ってもらったんだけど、あの子も呆れていたわ。
It was really hard getting my room in order. I got Vitsuko to help me, but she was fed up by the end.
でもしょうがないわよね。長いこと住んでいたんだから。
But what can you do? I lived there for such a long time. If you had told me, I would have helped too.
そうは言っても、私にも恥じらいというものはありますからね。
I'm sure you would, but I do have some sense of modesty. I see.
ここにももうしばらくは来ることがないでしょうね。
I guess I won't be back here for a while.
小さい頃、しょっちゅうここに来ていたのが、なんだかもう遠い昔のことみたい。
I came here so often when I was little, but now it all seems so far in the past. It is far in the past.
あら、私がおばさんになったって言いたいのかしら？
Oh, are you saying I'm an old lady or something? You said you used to come here when bad things happened to you. But I won't let that happen anymore. Remember? Anyway, you came here for a different reason now, right? Whenever good things happen, you know?
うん。マサヤくんはやっぱりいい男ね。人がいなかったらキスしてあげたいくらいだわ。
Yeah. You really are a good man, Masai-kun. If there weren't anyone else here, I would kiss you. I thought there wasn't anyone around, but there was actually quite a crowd assembled beneath the guardian tree.
次にここに来るときは、きっとマサヤくんが連れてきてくれるんだと思うわ。
Next time I come here, I know I'll bring you with me.
だって、私にとってのいいことは何よりも君にかかってるんだから。
Because when I think of good things that have happened to me, you're at the top of the list. Yeah. There were even more people in the school building. They clustered here and there, looking like they didn't want to leave. We were about to go inside when 3 students ran up to us. Their eyes were bloodshot from crying. Ayaka-sama! We've always...
あらあら。
Oh dear. I always knew you were popular, Ayaka-san.
どうかな。
I don't know about that. It's a good thing, though. Look at how much those girls missed you.
うん、それはね。
Yeah, that's true. In the end, the girls buttoned up their jackets and walked away.
さっきのはきっと白百合会に入ったからでしょうね。私もそこそこ見直されていたのかしらね。
That must be because I joined the White Lily Society. They really reevaluated me. I'm sure they did.
学園きってのお調子者という私のアイデンティティもとうとう失われちゃったか。
I guess I lost my reputation as the biggest slacker on campus there at the end. That's right. She had said something like that before. But I knew she was really happy. We arrived in her third-year classroom.
そういえばマサヤくんが私の教室に来るのは初めてだったわよね。
That's right. You've never been to my classroom before. Even though it looks exactly the same as the others. Now that you mention it.
私の席はここ。
My seat is here. Benzine's desks are clean. At my old school, people used to carve their names into them after they graduated.
彫るって彫刻刀とかで？へえ、そんなことするんだ。
Carve them? Like with a chisel? Wow, that's impressive.
してみる？ここに相合い傘でも書いて。
You want to try? Right here? We can draw our names under an umbrella? No, that's okay. That kind of thing doesn't seem appropriate to Vincine's.
まあね。
True enough.
あ、そうだ。じゃあ時計台に行ってみましょうか。
Oh, that's right. Then why don't we go to the clock tower? The clock tower?
夏に肝試しをした時見なかった？壁に相合い傘を描くのよ。
You didn't see when we did the test of courage last summer? They drew umbrellas on the walls. Oh, can we even get in there now?
まあ行ってみましょう。
Well, it can't hurt to look. I thought it might be locked, but it was totally free to enter. In fact, a lot of people had gotten the same idea.
あら、結構並んでいるのね。マサヤくん、どうする？
Wow, they're really lined up. Masai-kun, what should we do? I'm good either way.
じゃあ面倒だし、やめておきましょうか。今さら相合い傘なんか描かなくても。ね。
It seems like a pain. So let's not bother. We don't need an umbrella, right? We took a walk around, and the time for the party drew near.
じゃあそろそろ私は行きましょうかね。
Well, I guess it's time for me to get going. I knew we'd see each other soon. So why did I feel so sad? I felt it ever since we began strolling the grounds. This was the last day we'd be able to walk around like this. My wonderful days with Ayaka-san and everyone here, they were finally coming to an end.
もうまたそんな顔する。マサヤくんたら案外泣き虫だったのね。
Oh, look at you going at it again. I never knew you were such a cryberry, Masai-kun. Crybaby. I wasn't expecting it either.
実を言うとね、私もさっきから涙をこらえているのよ。
To be honest, I've been holding back tears this whole time too. Why? Hold it back. I blinked at her.
だって変な顔になっちゃうじゃない。私、彼氏にはそんな顔見せたくないな。
Well, I just look so weird when I cry. I want to do that in front of my boyfriend.
というのは冗談で、本当はさ。
That's a joke. The truth is...
泣いちゃったらもう出ていけなくなりそうで。
If I start crying, I don't think I'll be able to pass through the gate. Ayaka-san turned her back to me.
見送りはそこまででいいからね。
You can see me off from there. Where? She began to walk off briskly, without answering.
ここ。だって本当に名残惜しくなっちゃうから。
Here. Anything closer will make leaving too hard. Just then, some figures appeared from behind the trees.
やっと来たわね。もう待たせるんだから。
You finally came. Really, we've been waiting so long?
リセ。
Rise-san.
みんなで待っていたんです。お見送りをしようと思って。
Everyone's been waiting. They wanted to see you off.
二人にくっついて歩くわけにもいかないでしょ。
それでここで待っていたの。
We knew we couldn't just trail around behind you. That's why we all waited here.
名残は尽きないと思いますが、まずは気持ちよく怒り出してあげましょう、マサヤさん。
We know it's sad to say goodbye, but let's send her off properly, Masaya-san. Yeah.
彩香様、ご卒業おめでとうございます。
Ayaka-sama, congratulations on graduating.
おめでとうございます。
Congratulations.
ありがとう。
Thanks. And one final beautiful picture.
じゃあみんな、練習の成果を見せるわよ。
Now, everyone, let's show her what all our practice was for.
練習？
Practice? The White Lily and Red Rose Society members lined up. Risu-san stood facing them.
3、はい。
1, 2.
もう
Wonderful song.
せっかく我慢していたのに、みんなしてそんなことするんだから。
Oh, I've been holding you back for so long, and now you just have to go and do that.
こんな風に送り出してもらえることも私想像もしていなくて。
I never imagined you would send me off like this.
ありがとう。
Thanks. Ayaka-san said that meeting me had changed her. If my existence could give my beloved a brighter tomorrow, then knowing that, I really could see her off at the gate. Into tomorrow.
ごきげんよう。
Salutations! And a beautiful memory. Wonderful memory.
薄くも
And I'm muting this song just in case. But it's beautiful. I'm surprised the last chapter was only 30 minutes long. Ayaka. Some beautiful people that made the CG and design. And Chio. So all the characters. Oh yeah, it was a long journey. Took me 6 months. Or 5. I would have finished this a lot sooner if I played more, but yeah, Ayaka-san's was good. And I can see why some people thought that this was the best route, but I haven't played all of them, so definitely left no questions unanswered. Kind of wish I saw her mom at her graduation, though. Well, she was there. Well, they'll see more of each other anyways, since she's gonna live with them. Anyways. But yeah, beautiful ending. And probably after this I'll move on to Ritsuko, but I kind of want to start a Tomei visual novel for once, so I can date guys. Yeah. And that's it. So, thank you guys for watching, and guess I'll just look up the credits. There's Tomei taking pictures again. And the stars. And Dodler, Black Dragon Hunt. Oh, playtesting and stuff. And the beautiful school event scenes, once again, by Moonstone. And those were some short credits. And is it over? Yes, it is. The end. And that's it.
Princess Evangile.
And now extras are open. Finally, it was been locked this whole time. Oh, so, yep, just their pictures. Those recent pictures from earlier. From the common route. And all of Ayaka's pictures. 2 pages worth. And then a couple of Chios. Well, that's it, guys, of Princess Evangile for now.
Princess Evangile.
I'm Celestial Shadows, and thanks for watching once again. So bye, guys. And I hope you enjoyed this playthrough of Ayaka's route.